got my first EC that promoted at simulcast, and I've got the other ones identified, but you got to measure it. What gets measured gets improved. So I encourage you to do that. And this is kind of, Zig Ziglar was a mentor of mine. Zig says that you cannot perform in a manner that's inconsistent with how you see yourself. If you're at this meeting today and you don't feel like you're a person that could get up here and speak in the front of the room, that's okay. But I will tell you this, you have to be able to speak to people in this business. You know, those say that we don't sell anything and all those kind of things. I get it. We really aren't selling anything, but you are selling yourself, okay? Now, I know in some states that's against the law, all right? But I'm going to give you permission to do that here today, okay? The reality is you have to be able to communicate. You've got to be able to talk to people. You've got to get out there. And if you're not great at that right now, Zig Ziglar is one of the best at helping build self-esteem and make those things happen that has ever lived. Really, really wise man. But if you don't see yourself doing something, you're not going to do it, okay? I think it was Eleanor Roosevelt maybe said whether you think you can or think you can't, either way you're right. And so the bottom line is you got to make those things happen. So I'm going to skip past a couple of these things. I'm going to talk about that little baby bird for just a second. Isn't that cute? Okay? So it talks about sponsoring people, and Mark talked about it a little bit, but I want to emphasize, when you bring a new consultant into the business, they're baby birds, and you're their mama bird, okay? You really are. And when I'm talking about feeding them, I'm not talking about just giving them anything, putting them on a welfare program, but I am talking about you got to feed them. If that mama bird, if you sponsor them in the business, and then you never show back up to the nest, what's going to happen to those cute little baby birds? They're going to shrivel up and die, and that's what's going to happen to your consultants. Mark talked about it. You got to put a plan together for them and help them execute, but that's something that really, I think, makes a huge difference. I do want to hit these next couple, follow the proven system. You guys know all about that. 10 things that require zero talent. I'm not going to go over it, but being on time, work ethic, there's lots of good ones there. But I do want to show you guys a quick video, and it's going to tell you just a little bit about going into beast mode, which is what it takes.
Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what real beasts do. Everybody gets excited. E.T., the guru story, but nobody wants to get up at 3 o'clock. Everybody's excited when I say, I wake up at 3 o'clock, Eric's a beast, 3 o'clock. And then you try it twice at 5, and like for real, you walk out of here pumped up, fired up, you get some new information, you're ready. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. And what you have to understand is, everybody that you're going to hear from, Eric Thomas, my mother got pregnant with me at 17 years old, high school dropout, ate out of trash cans. Lived in abandoned buildings, slept in cars, multi-million company that's changing the world. I didn't say America, the world. Why? Because not only do I want to be a beast, if you follow my 24 hours, I do what beasts do. And you cannot, listen to me, I got you. You cannot. Like, I don't want them to feel like they were wrong. Nobody else didn't clap. You were absolutely right. That was a moment. They didn't catch the moment. You were right. Whoever that was, they did what beasts do. Right? Watch this though, guys. You can't just say you want it. You can't watch the video and say, I want it as bad as I want to breathe. It's cute to say it. But when it's showtime, when the sun comes up, you've got all the books, you've got all the tapes, you've got all the access. Now it's time to hunt. And what separates you from everybody else is that when it's time to hunt, you're ready to hunt. And so you can get all the information. What's going to separate you is when it's beast time, when it's war time, you got to get up and make it happen.
So you're here right now getting the information, okay? It's beast time. So like Eric said here, everybody wants to be a beast until it comes time to do what real beasts do. So the question is, are you going to go implement this stuff? Are you guys ready to go execute? You ready to be a beast? All right, so let's do this. Say, I want to be a beast. Come on, let's do it again. I want to be a beast. All right, one more time. I want to be a beast. Excellent. Go out there and make it happen then. Woo. That's it. Oh, you know what? I got one more thing. I got one more quick thing, real quick. I forgot about this. Keep this in mind. Your excuses, they only sound good to you. When they're coming out of your mouth, oh, it sounds great. Oh, I got a hangnail. I can't make it to a meeting this week. Oh, my cat. I had to pet my cat. You know what I mean? It's raining outside. It's cold. Okay? But if you want to make it happen, if you want to be a beast, you just beast mode through it. Your excuses, they only sound good to you. And when they're coming out of your mouth, I promise you, they sound good to you. But nobody cares about what you got going on. They don't care that you don't feel good. They don't care. They just want you to deliver for them. And the team, the people that are really delivering and making it happen, like Mark talked about, it's that turtle that puts that rabbit on its back, which it didn't have to do that, but it wanted to build the team and make it happen. So keep that in mind. Your excuses don't sound good to you. Thanks, everyone.
All right, give Doug a hand. He did great. I don't know about you guys, but I'm fired up. That was a good video. So has anybody in here ever met a Vietnamese guy that speaks fluent Spanish? Right? I love this guy. Him and his wife are fantastic. We got to go on a couple of 5-star trips with him. He's probably the only one that I know, well, probably the third person that I know besides Alma Henriquez that has as much energy as my wife does. So please stand to your feet and help me welcome National Consultant T.M. Bowie.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Oppan Gangnam Style.
Nervous. I'm always nervous in front of the crowd, so I just want to let you know that. My name is Tien Bui. That doesn't matter right now. National consultant. Oh, I'll put it closer. Is it better now? Is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't matter either, and all the L there doesn't matter. I just want to let you guys know ahead of time. I'll just use the. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I just want to let you guys know that the important thing here, I failed more than most of you guys, or more than anyone here. To get this yellow jacket and to become national consultant, it comes with a lot of struggles, rejections. I think I've got called all the names underneath the sun upon this business. I've been doing it for 10 years. If you think it's funny now, wait till they actually call you those names, right? And it hurts because I'm national consultant, yes, but it doesn't exempt me from being human. You know, I'm still human, right? I still put my pants on, eat, sleep, things like that, things what human beings do. I've been called workaholic, money hog, egoistic, Tia don't care about us anymore, type of thing. The reason why I wanted to share you this, I want to begin the story, this couple of slides with, what's the, I don't know where I'm pointing at here, Doug. Okay, I think it's right there, great. So this is my family. I always encourage you guys, don't ever, ever forget. Every day in Ambit, don't ever forget why you started Ambit. Your whys does change. I have 3 children. They mean everything to me. They're the reason why I wake up. They give me meaning in life. They give me reasons to drive 5 hours here in the rain. Everything, right? Just it gives you a great sense of life, what life is all about when you dedicate it towards them. So everyone has your own why. Never forget why you started Ambit Energy. I used to be a public high school teacher. I keep these because I don't ever want to forget where I came from. I spent 6 years in college to get an undergrad. So all of you out there, I promise you I'm not smart. I look Asian, but I'm not smart. I promise you, like real Asians study to be math, like karate and stuff like that. But me, I studied to become a Spanish teacher. So that's when you know you're really off the chart, right? So these are my badges. I still look at them from time to time. I spent 9 years as a teacher, 9 years as an educator, and it's a lot like this. I have a group of students. My responsibility is to make sure they pass the state mandate test before they graduate, and so forth. And these are some of my students. They're great students. Now they've grown up, and after 9, 10 years, they don't look the same anymore. Some of them are married, they have kids, and it's beautiful just to be a part of their lives. But I'm here to tell you this. Activity versus results, and let's get to the nitty-gritty. My biggest fear today, and I'm still fearful, my biggest fear today is that you guys leave here with a glow. You guys leave here feeling good. And guess what? Feeling good doesn't pay bills. Or you guys leave here with, it's all this great excitement and so forth. No, I really want you to leave here with great activities so that you guys can have results. Yellow Jacket is for everyone here. Trust me, all the clothes you guys looking at there, David Ames could definitely testify to this. There's more fabric for everyone here times 50, 20, right? We want everyone to have that yellow jacket and be financially free. But activity here, set your goals, delete your distractions, and you don't get what you wish for in life. You really get what you work for. I want to tell you a really quick, hopefully 30-second story here. Before I joined Ambit, I lived in a very small apartment. I was so poor, I couldn't even pay attention. Just kidding on that one. I was single, broke, and I think the waking up factor was this. I had a college degree, and Chase Bank called me multiple times. They're going to repo my car. And as much as I'm a teacher and I'm a good guy, or I care for people, they don't care. The ruthless world, it's unforgiving. Chase doesn't care. They want their money. I think it was $200-some for a junky used car that I had to finance. And if not, they're going to take it away from me and I can't go to work and so forth. And I wake up to reality that it doesn't care anymore. Exactly what it does say. No one cares about your excuses at all. So I can't pity party, and that's why I joined Ambit, because I need to really make the income. So if you looked at me and you say, hey, Tian, you talk about being a millionaire in Ambit, it goes whoop over my head. Like, no, that's too much money, can't think of it. Give me $200, I can save my car, right? But they showed me how to make 100 and 200, and they showed me in a practical way, and that was kind of game over. If I know how to make 100, I know how to make 2. I know how to make 3. What Rose, Duncan, and Kevin showed us about how. I didn't care about the amount next week. Just show me how I can make the check next week. The how. And they showed me how, and I want to show you that too. Lead. By default, any consultant in this room right now, if you have one consultant in your team, by default, you're a leader. Done. You're a leader, period. You're in that category. You're like that mama bird with a,